Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x to the power of x equals 4 to the power of x plus 4. And our first step is to expand our right-hand side of this equation here. So we have 4 to the power of x plus 4. And if you guys can recall, there is an important property of logarithms that states if we have a and it's to the power of b plus c, this is also equal to a to the power of b times a to the power of c. So remember how when we're multiplying exponents, we add the exponents. Well, now all we're doing is we're reversing that. So we're bringing it back to its original form. So this is exactly what we're going to do with 4 to the power of x plus 4. So this means that 4 to the power of x plus 4 is equal to 4 to the power of x times 4 to the power of 4. Because x is b in this case and 4 is c in this case. And this is still equal to x to the power of x. Now what we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides by 4 to the power of x. So if we divide this side by 4 to the power of x, then what we do on one side, we have to do the other side. So we're going to divide this side by 4 to the power of x. And these two cancel out, so we're left with x to the power of x over 4 to the power of x equals 4 to the power of 4. Now we're going to change this into x over 4 to the power of x, because they're both the terms, both the numerator and the denominators, are already to the power of x. So we're just putting the x over here and putting parentheses. And this is equal to 4 to the power of 4. Now we're going to take the 1/4 power of both sides. So we're going to power both sides to 1/4. So this would make this equal to x over 4, right? And this side, 4 to the power of 4 over 4. And 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we're left with x over 4 to the power of x over 4 equals 4, because 4 to the power of 1 is 4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change this 4 to 2 to the power of 2. And this is still equal to x over 4 to the power of x over 4. Now, why don't we say that x over 4 is a? So we're going to set x over 4 equal the variable a. And we're going to set 2 equal the variable b. Then this means that this would be a to the power of a equals b to the power of b. And that means we can simply cancel these exponents out, and this would result in a equals b. And as we know, a is x over 4, right? And b is 2. So now, as you can see, we have a simple equation. So now if we multiply both sides by 4, these two would cancel out, so we'd be left with x equals 2 times 4 is 8. So x equals 8. Now, why don't we try plugging this into our equation? We have 8 to the power of 8 equals 4 to the power of 8 plus 4, which is 12. Now, 8 is equal to 2 to the power of 3, right? And we'll still have 8, still to the power of 8. And this is equal to 4 is equal to 2 squared. And this is still to the power of 12. Now, 8 times 3 is 24, and so is 12 times 2. So we know that these two are equal. So x equals 8. Guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x to the power of 4 minus 9 equals 0. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to change x to the power of 4 to x squared to the power of 2. Because remember, an important property of exponents is that we have a to the power of m to the power of n. This is also equal to a to the power of m times n. So what I'm doing is I'm simply reversing this. I'm converting it back to its original form. So x squared to the power of 2 minus, I'm going to change 9 to 3 squared. And this is still equal to 0. Now, an important equation or expression that we have is a squared minus b squared. And a squared minus b squared, if you guys already didn't know, is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So a squared minus b squared can be written as a plus b times a minus b. So as you can see right here, what I've done is I've changed this equation to match it up with a squared minus b squared. A in this case, a is equal to x squared. And b is equal to 3. So we have x squared to the power of 2 minus 3 squared, and this is also equal to a squared minus b squared. So all we have to do is plug in a and b into our expression here, a plus b times a minus b. So a is x squared, so we have x squared plus b is 3 times x squared minus 3. So now this equals 0. And now this gives us two equations. We have x squared plus 3 equals 0, and x squared minus 3 equals 0. So for x squared plus 3 equals 0, we saw this right here, we're going to subtract 3 on both sides. So if we subtract 3 on both sides, we get x squared is equal to negative 3. Now, if we take the square root on both sides, we get x equals positive or negative square root of 3i. So So this is actually two solutions because we have positive and negative. Now for x squared minus 3 equals 0, we're going to add 3 on both sides. So we get x squared equals 3. Now if we take the square root on both sides, we get x equals positive or negative 3. So now our four solutions are x equals square root of 3i, x equals negative square root of 3i, x equals square root of 3, and sorry, forgot to put that over here, and x equals negative square root of 3. So these four are our solutions.